The freeze right there. It's like, yeah, let's...
And action.
Welcome to the DownieLive Travels by Train wrap-up. That's a loud bus, that should be fine. Try attempt number 2, here we go. Today is all of the behind the scenes, the bonus, the fun, the extras that even I haven't seen yet. Welcome to the DownieLive Travels by Train wrap-up episode. Let's get right into it. First clip, let's roll it. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Did he just show it to you? Did that just Then just cut me out. If you've already seen, cut this out, this is irrelevant. Why are you still on me? Cut away, let's get back to the action. Why are you here? Who is editing this video? Cut away. Forget me. We need to see more of this. Hello? Is no one listening? Nice room, by the way. Wow, did you decorate this yourself? Anyway, okay, tell you what, if you're gonna stay, then I'll leave. But I love that shirt. It's a great color on you. I'm wearing the exact same shirt.
Where did you film that?
That was in New Brunswick. That was next to a beautiful waterfall. And Will was filming me and refused to cut away. And I just went into it. But clearly I have great editors that listened and they cut it out. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Matthew Mort. Matt Mort for short.
Hello.
Lead editor of the DownieLive team.
Hello, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I wanted to have Matt on this because he's as big a part of the team as I am, really. You made all of this happen. And that is a great lead into the fact that there are 2 editors on the DownieLive team. Warwick Hughes back there, come wave on camera, say hello.
Hello. Hi, Warwick.
He has put all of this together for us, so these are clips that even Matt and I haven't seen, that you are seeing for the first time, and us. And we're gonna, I'm gonna tell some stories, I think, give a little bit more context and feedback, and I also really want to hear what Matt thought as he was putting some of this together.
I've got some clips for you to see, yeah.
Well, let's roll right into it. This is a poutine scene, I believe, from West Edmonton Mall in Alberta. I love poutine, and this might be, it's a non-traditional poutine, but it might be my favorite poutine.
Okay.
You being from Alberta,
yeah.
I'd love to see your take on this.
Sure, yeah.
That looks incredible.
Oh, it's not even done yet.
No, it's not. So this is normally what I would do inside the restaurant, of course, and it would come out to the guests. Okay, so that I just smoked some rosemary, or tart some rosemary. So once you open it, there you go. The smoke gets infused. Regular mozzarella, curds, diced pork.
Wow, that's interesting. You gotta get everything there.
Okay, got cheese, got the sauce. That smells smoky. That's really... That is... The fries are crispy, and the salt with the sweet barbecue sauce is really nice. This to me is a Canadian staple. You've put an Alberta twist on and nailed it. So Chef Rodney works at the West Edmonton Mall where we stayed in Fantasyland with all of these themed hotel rooms, and he is making food designed after the themed hotel rooms. One of them being like a Canadian cottage wood log cabin type theme, and so he's made that poutine around the log cabin theme to fit with that room. And then he has a number of other dishes to fit with those rooms. He wanted to take poutine and put the Alberta twist on it being there, and I thought he nailed it.
That's great. I can't imagine what that would taste like, but it's like, I can almost smell it, but it sounds amazing.
I love when food is brought to the table and has that experiential element where you're not only just, here's your plate, enjoy.
Yeah, you're watching it being made in a way.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's almost as good as eating popcorn in a hot tub.
So there's a lot of characters that I really appreciated and I guess admired in a way. Clayton is a very unique person, and like all the other people you've met, so many unique characters, and I just really had fun with like editing their pieces together, because that's like, I really love the character pieces.
That's really interesting, as I go to these places because they have a cool something about it, but it really is about the people that you meet when you're there, and it's nice hearing that you like those stories more than anything else that happens.
And their enthusiasm about it too. Like, that's what really drives the item, the object, whatever they're talking about. The experience is about them enjoying it so much.
We all feel their passion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well now I want to see this. So we're now headed down into the cellar of what is the most important viticulture site in North America.
This took 3 years to do by hand, because this was about this deep in mud and snakes and dirt and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, you had to dig and pump it all out.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Look at the VV handles on that.
We found this piece of stained glass from the late 1800s. It came over from Europe, covered wagon to Forney, Texas, with a bunch of people, religious people, and they built a church around it. And that was, and I'm not gonna let you guys touch it, but it is super paper thin.
Oh, wow.
Wow. It is very expensive. What we did is we bought it at an auction because they were saving money. They were raising money to build a new church. Sure. So we thought, well, boy, that's great. We're doing things for charity. We'll give to another charity. Sure. And then we created this wall around it because at night you come in here, fire comes out of these.
Oh,
we have fire coming out of those.
Yeah.
And the light of the different colors and the fire, it's insane. It's so cool down here. It's like, when you come down here, people get goosebumps. They go, it freaks them out. I mean, it's because you don't think this is in Canada. Well, wait till you see this.
Wow. Wow. This might be the most incredible room I've ever seen. Vinvilla is an incredible place. Thank you for restoring it for all Canadians and anyone else that wants to come see it here at Pelee Island. But I think you'll be getting a call from me someday to come rent out that room downstairs.
You're more than welcome.
The cellar. All right.
Hope you enjoyed it. You're welcome.
See you later. That's such a good reminder that we go to these places to see something interesting. Actually, I went to Pelee Island only because it was Canada's most southern point. I didn't even go to see Vinvilla. And Clayton, who we just happened to be set up with, happened to own Vinvilla and was happy to show us. So we like stumbled upon it. But the whole video gets edited to show you the most interesting parts of it. And it's fun to watch back and remember his mannerisms and who he is as a person.
When he talks about like the fire and like and just like all the lights and all that, like
his passion.
Yeah, his passion for just like
and his vision,
space and his vision. Yeah, it's just like you can see how much he enjoys running it.
The way he talks about how much mud was down there and there was a snake pit and going through that, and you're just, it would be so easy for someone to look at it and go, it's rubble. Let's just build something new.
But there's history in it.
And what he turned it into.
Yeah. It's interesting hearing though, like your, like how it comes about. Because I just assume you reach out to people and you set something up like that, but you don't necessarily go into it with like a,
we don't.
You know, knowing what you're gonna find or knowing who you're gonna meet.
We often don't know. The way I like to travel is have one thing in mind and leave the rest open. So in this particular scenario was, we want to get to the most southern point of Canada. Anything else that happens, great. And we had lots of time left in our day, and Clayton gladly showed us around. You know, we were eager to see whatever he had to show, not knowing we'd come across the most important viticulture site in North America. The next segment is the biggest disappointment in the entire series.
No,
yes,
not at all. I still feel like it was such a big moment. Like, it was like, I love that moment.
It is, and I think that is a great way to represent it, is that it was our biggest disappointment, and we still managed to turn it around into a positive.
Right.
But looking back on the trip, this was the biggest disappointment.
Damn.
Let's run it. But this afternoon has something more exciting in store for us. Because the excitement now is we're all looking for the sign that says, "Welcome to Manitoba." Karen here has been watching the mile markers, keeping us...
I feel a lot of pressure here. 155.
Oh, we're getting close. 4 miles. I'm here to tell you, 4 miles till the sign. 4 miles. You see, this is the only action we get. Everybody's excited about this. We have big expectations for this sign.
Everyone is together in the dome car simply to watch us roll past a sign that says, "Welcome to Manitoba." But that's because this is the only thing to see out here. See, the route guide gave us specific instructions about where we could see the Manitoba sign.
Oh, I'm so excited. If I can jump in, I think it's really easy to look at that and go, okay, you're making something out of this one little situation, this little scenario. What most people don't realize is that we've been on that train for 30 hours by the time that happened together. So we had the whole first day to get to know each other, small talk. By the second day, going into Manitoba, nothing happened. We saw nothing other than beautiful lakes and rocks and trees. It's really nice, but there's There's nothing out there. So when the guide says there's one monument to see at 4 p.m., you're looking forward to that all day. And you see in the clip when I say, we're almost there, everyone gets up and comes. It was not a manufactured scene. It was just friendship and like camaraderie on the train with, this is all we've got and we're all in this together. Let's make the best of it.
I'm really hoping for a giant.
I am too.
I'll let you know if I see anything.
Yes,
Nothing
please
yet.
Do we know if there is a sign?
It's all about time.
Well, you know what? We don't need a sign to tell us welcome to Manitoba. Welcome to Manitoba!
These unique moments are what bring a group of strangers together.
Let's do the train dance.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It, like you've edited it so well to look like it's this great moment, but
Right.
it really wasn't all day
Yeah,
experience.
yeah, because I didn't even know from like looking at the footage that it was that long.
So why did you like that? Why did you bring it?
I just like I like the turning a negative like thing into a positive, and the energy that like specifically I guess with you and like you were the change in that energy. Like it all could have been just like, oh, dang it. And then they go back to their rooms or whatever, and they're all kind of like sad for the rest of the day or something. But it was like a fun and exciting moment to like just be like, hey, we're in Manitoba. That's what the border represents, and that's what we're, we still made it.
Yeah.
There's no sign that says welcome, but we're here.
Don't forget, you can be that positive spark on the train. It just takes one person to kind of bring it together. Matt does a great job of editing together the whole series to make me look good, particularly for sponsorship integrations. Thank you very much to True Earth for sponsoring the entire series, believing in me and wanting to represent Canada in a positive way. But let's just say, I'm not as perfect as you made me look, and I appreciate it, and I think we're seeing some little bit of sponsorship fun here. So before we head to our next location, True Earth has, sorry, I thought you were gonna hit that person, that's why I paused, because the laundry strips are, blah, blah, blah. And now that I'm home, it's time for laundry. And simply a small sleeve of eco strips. As you've seen me use in this series, they have fantastic bamboo. As you've seen me use in this. Now I originally fell in love with True Earth. Now I originally switched to True Earth. Let me get this. So this little pack that folds up smallly like this. Smallly? That's not a word. So if you pick some up at the link, so if you choose to pick some up in the link, so if you click the description in the link below, so if you click, so if you click the link in the description.
It's honestly like, that's just normal to me. Like,
Yeah.
I just see that, like I'm on double speed, so I'm always just like listening for the good take and then just cutting it out and like not even thinking twice of your mistakes. So
Yeah.
like, it may seem like awkward and embarrassing maybe, I don't know if it is, but to me it just seems like that's part of the process.
I've had so many times where I do it and I go, I feel so bad for you that you have to go through it
yeah.
all like that.
No,
So I really appreciate that you do that without saying a word. I should also say thanks to Will for holding the camera non-stop while I go back and forth so often. And I'll defend myself a little bit. Sometimes I'm doing that first thing in the morning or after a long day. And sometimes saying True Earth laundry eco strips is a tongue twister. But on that note, they actually sent me the newest scent of their laundry
I didn't
eco
know
strips.
we're doing this now.
We're doing a live unboxing. I don't know what the scent is. We should get you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, he's got his eyes closed. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hold this up and open your nose, keep your eyes closed, and let us know what you think of that.
Lilac.
What?
Is it lilac?
Yeah, it is.
No.
Do you want to try and do an ad read now that you've seen us do it over and over again?
It's not the same
Let's see
every
you
time.
on the spot. No, it's not. We'll give you 30 seconds rather than a 60-second spot.
Thanks for the segue, Mike. Today's video is sponsored by True Earth Eco Strips. They have a new scent, Lilac Breeze. It's super easy to use. All you have to do, rip that peel off. You can grab a strip. You can tear it like easy. If it's a small load, use 1 strip. If it's a big load, use 2.
Oh, that's a pretty good finish. I will say, if it's a regular load, use 1. Yes. If it's a big load, use 2.
Okay.
But this is exactly right. 32 loads in this package, the equivalent of a large liquid detergent box, but there's no plastic in the packaging whatsoever. True Earth is helping to reduce the amount of plastic in the household, so this is fully compostable, even biodegradable, or just recyclable once you're done. What I really love about them, obviously it's small, you can easy to travel in, but they work in top-loading machines, front-loading machines, hot water, cold water, and they're paraben-free, phosphate-free, and 1,4-dioxin-free. That one I just learned right now. But what do you think of it? I think that smells really
That smells
nice.
good, yeah.
Thank you, True Earth, honestly. And if you haven't tried it yet, after all 10 episodes, you don't believe me, you really should try it. There's a discount code down below. Discount code is
DownieLive.
for 10% off on your next order. This is my favorite segment. I'm sure I haven't seen it yet, but he's my favorite character from the entire series. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back Calvin. You get the warm welcome at the Big Eddie Lodge.
I've got a new star of the show here.
What a way to celebrate 35, eh, Calvin? Do you want to introduce us to Susie? Because Calvin here is a new father. Oh my goodness. These cuties are 72 hours old. How cute are they? Are these guys tiring you out? That's the cutest little sneeze ever. Ready to go? It's time to go. There's Susie. Oh, you gonna miss us? You guys gonna miss us? Bye, Calvin. Bye, Big Eddie Lodge. I don't think Big Eddie Lodge would have been the same without Calvin.
No.
I think the best representation of Calvin is me arriving on the boat. We'll put up the clip right now, unedited, of me arriving. He's there. As soon as he touches you, he flops onto his back, and I give him a good pet. Hey, nice to meet you. You know, I'm just arriving. I'm gonna go drop my bags off now. And he flops on his back again. And then I'm walking away, he comes over, and he flops on his back. It's like,
So welcoming.
yeah.
Initiation.
He required a lot of attention, but it was, you just wanted to give it to him. I thought it was really important to properly showcase Canada in its entirety, from province to province, as well as all the people within it, including the Indigenous communities. And I think Solomon was just, well, there's so many. There was Krista in Manitoba, who's running the restaurant. That was delicious. Oh, there were the Ojibwe spirit horses in Ontario. The ATVing, was, to start it off in Newfoundland, was so fun, and he was such a character making the moose burgers. His voice will be forever ingrained in my head. I loved it.
This is Moose Burgers.
Moose burgers going.
A little different than we do our Moose Burgers. We pre-do our patties with our own moose again, but it's 2/3 moose and 1/3 beef.
He was an entertainer through and through. And Solomon, I can't imagine living in such solitude up there. He was such a sweet, kind man who loved to tell stories. I want to thank Solomon and Renee for having me come to the Big Eddie Lodge and meeting Calvin, but as well as you two up there and sharing that with us, because it was that, I mean, the sunsets up there, it was really the most unique Canadian experience I didn't expect, and I loved it.
Those sunsets.
This is the surprise segment thrown together by Warwick. You don't know what it is?
I don't know what this is.
I don't know what it is.
All right.
Let's check it out. Ooh, yeah! Darren, how do you get into this?
Well, I mean, hey, it's easy as falling off a log. But before we get into any of that, guys, a little bit about the safety here. We're gonna be throwing some axes, of course. We might have 2 of you guys going at the same time, so don't go to get your axe until the other person throws. We don't want anybody to go home with a splitting headache or anything like that. So, no, seriously, no accidents today, guys. All right. I've been cutting big timber like this for so long now. I'm thinking I'm starting to have sawdust for brains. Yeah, this is a BC sawdust test here. Oh yeah!
Oh my God! I never knew that.
Yeah, I've done this a couple times. I may be overcompensating for horsepower here on the chainsaw. Usually we'd have a smaller one, but this will get the job done. So give me a second. I'm gonna warm up this saw. This is your consolation prize here for a compact disc. You can take this home, put it in your CD tray, and has the B-roll from all the work you did.
Cheers.
Charcuterie.
Now you're talking, and now the Montreal comes into play.
Really putting the word cut back into charcuterie. Charcuterie. It's spelled that way. That was a stretch of a joke. But you know, the idea is there.
You would go there. But you know what we're cutting here? This is Eastern White Pine. So I mean, with that kind of material, you're going to have your audience pining for more.
Well, maybe we'll ask you about it later. I bet you saw that one coming.
Oh, he did not go there. So, don't worry, don't mess with me, man, because I have roots in this business.
Yeah, well, these guys will be barking at me in the comments. How long are we gonna do this? That'll make the cut. He deserves his own show. He has skill and talent at what he does, both with the chainsaw and also the log rolling as a physical skill talent.
Yeah.
And then the entertainer side of it is just makes him a full package. And
he's got the comedic bone to him.
He was so fun all day. I thought it would be an hour or two for like some log rolling, and we were there 7 hours, 7.5 hours. And again, that goes to your point of just meeting these good Canadian people with strong characters.
Yeah.
It was really looking back on the whole trip. That's what stands out, is the people.
It's the people that you remember and the experiences that you have. But I feel like, having the right people around you is what really makes the experiences that much more fulfilling.
On that note, there are actually a couple of subscribers that DM'd me on Instagram that contributed a little bit to this series as well. One of my subscribers DM'd me on Instagram when he heard I was coming to New Brunswick. He invited me to come to the Moncton Flight College, and I thought I would be flying with him. And as soon as he organized it and said be there at 8 a.m. and everything, I was like, great, looking forward to seeing you. And he was like, oh, I won't be there. But he just works there and is proud of it and wanted to showcase it. And then Noah reached out to me on Instagram as well and heard I was going to be coming through the Moncton train station and wanted to meet. I said, yeah, come on down. He's another rail fan. He said he'd be filming the train anyhow. And we got invited up into the locomotive, and so he got to come up, and I think he was pretty thrilled to have that experience, but it was also really nice chatting with him and hearing his experience with my videos rather than me being on one side of the camera and that's it. I got to hear how it impacted him. So on that note, if you want to follow me on Instagram at DownieLive, that's probably the best place to communicate with me directly. If you want to DM me, leave comments, I'm there every single day, and you'll get live updates of where I am in the moment traveling. Well, I think on that note, we're just about out of time. Thank you for sticking with us till the end. And to answer the big question that you've probably had, will there be a season 2? It's in the works. Leaving to go film it next week. So stay tuned, subscribe if you're not. Season 2 is coming. We'll reveal where soon enough. Matt, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for letting me join you.
Glad to have on the team. Warwick, thank you for putting that all together. Love you, miss you, thank you. I know where I'm going next, and you'll find out soon. See you then.
Is that the end?